the difference between how different groups protesting in Canada is so jarring that I have a hard time believing any Canadians haven't noticed it so far. I've been documenting these pro-Palestinian rallies that have been going on, have absolutely nothing to do with Canada, and these daily rallies include fake body bags on our streets, fake blood on people's hands, people using their flags as weapons, some of the most vile rhetoric you've ever heard in your entire life coming out of loudspeakers, hate speech written on cardboard boxes. Anybody who appears to not 100% agree with the message of these thousands of people on our streets every day getting intimidated, masks worn, you can only see the slits of people's eyes. I could go on and on and on. And what is the response of our Canadian police? It is to roll out the red carpet. I've witnessed police being screamed at, the most vile things, treated in a threatening manner, and they react, no reaction whatsoever. If anything, it's even more polite. It's so obvious that there are directives from up top. These guys have carte blanche on Canadian streets to do whatever the heck they want. Anybody who has witnessed these protests up close knows, if anything, I'm underselling exactly what they are. Do not trust CBC, CTV, what state propaganda tells you. I can assure you, being up close and personal to these protests on a daily basis, they literally have fake body bags. It's a macabre show. It's a total joke. It's a total joke. I want you to envision for 1 second. I have submitted applications, still haven't heard anything back from the Canadian government. I've submitted applications to host rallies on Parliament Hill following the procedure I'm supposed to follow for Saturday, September 13th, as well as Saturday, September 27th. A pro-Canadian rally, a pro-sovereignty rally, a our freedom of expression rally. Everything that makes Canada great, our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, our freedom of expression, freedom of religion, everything that our ancestors fought for. I want some Canadian pride in our streets. I've seen so many foreign flags in our streets. I think it's about time that proud Canadians stood up and said, we believe in this country, we love Western civilization, we love our country. So I've submitted these two applications. Can you imagine for 2 seconds? I know we already have some knowledge with what happened with the Freedom Convoy. Can you imagine a pro-Canada rally with fake body bags, blood on their hands? How long do you think the government would take to begin mass arresting people and deeming them extremists and threats to democracy on our streets? It would take 2 seconds. You think at the rally I'm going to be hosting, the police will be rolling out the red carpet for us? Absolutely not. The police will be monitoring every single social post related to the rally, itching to get at us, to throw us in prison, to deem us an extremist threat to Canada. It's never been clearer to any thinking Canadian that we have become a two-tiered police state. If you are rallying our streets, shutting our streets down in support of a cause that the Liberals believe is beneficial to their political future, which clearly they believe the pro-Palestinian movement is, they roll out the red carpet. Absolutely, go for it on a daily basis. If, on the other hand, you're supporting a rally that's pro-Canadian values, pro-Canada, they're going to throw every block they can up. They're not going to make anything easy, and you bet the CBC, CTV are going to be chomping at the bit to label it an extremist movement. These far-right wingers on our street talking about Canadian values and Canadian pride. I can see the headlines now. It's an absolute joke. But the good news is they're so blatant about it that they can't hide it. Canadians can see we live in a two-tiered police state. You are judged based on the message that you are exuding. If you align with the Liberal government, with Mark Carney's so-called values, carte blanche. Like I said, I've seen it up close time and time again. Most vile speech you'd ever hear, body bags. And I just imagined myself, my God, they'd have batons out and be beating people over the head in about 2 seconds if a so-called right-wing group were doing the same thing. So Mark Carney, I challenge you. I still haven't heard back regarding the 2 rallies I'd like to host on Parliament Hill. I'm following the correct correct procedure to have on Saturday, September 13th and Saturday, September 27th. I've noticed you've been very quick to approve and provide massive police escorts for these pro-Palestinian rallies that have been happening on a daily basis during rush hour in Ottawa, during the busiest time, shutting down many of our businesses. You've had no issue getting them approved and providing them with police escorts on a nearly daily basis. So I just want to make sure we're living in a democracy here. And who would have thought a pro-Canada rally will receive the exact same treatment that these pro-Middle Eastern foreign rallies have been getting in Canada. So I really look forward to your response. If you're interested in supporting the movement, hit the link in my bio. Please like, subscribe this content. Anybody who lives in the Ottawa area, get the word out. I want to get as many thousands of Canadians, patriots out on the street as possible. If you want to support, I'm going to be promoting in the Ottawa area in the next month or so in the lead up. Please, there's some really great gear, link in my bio. Donate, subscribe to my Substack. There's some really great hoodies and t-shirts. And I look forward to it. Like I said, Saturday, September 13th and Saturday, September 27th. But just think about it. Think critically about it. If 1/10 of the behavior that I see at these near daily pro-Palestinian rallies happens at a pro-Canadian rally, can you imagine how quickly they're going to be chomping at the bit to call us extremists and radicals when rallies that the left wing approves of, they're just freedom fighters. Such a joke. I look forward to your response, Mr. Carney.